And around that same time, we began to see a remarkable phenomenon, which is to say, something that's been called the new atheism. Now, this was kind of odd because we've had, you've had atheists and skeptics in Western culture for a long time. But what was remarkable about this new thing, and this new thing is still with us, it hasn't stopped, is that this new atheism represented by Hitchens, the Oxford biologist Richard Dawkins, there's now about 30 of these guys. But if you listen to them, their behavior is extremely odd. In other words, I would describe them as missionary atheists. They're actually evangelical atheists. Their evangelicalism is distinguished by two things, and you can recognize it in two ways. One, they want converts. They want to bring other people to their cause, especially young people. They specialize in winning over young people. The other thing is, the reason you know that they're missionary atheists is that if they were just unbelievers, then you would think that they wouldn't bother too much about it. Why write books like The God Delusion? God is not great. If they didn't believe in God, if they thought God was a myth, it would be similar to you or I believing that unicorns are a myth. But you'll notice that we don't go around writing books called Unicorns Are Not Great, The Unicorn Delusion. We don't spend a lot of our time thinking about unicorns. We just kind of let them be. But these guys are just as obsessed about God as any of us in this audience. As I say, they're particularly eager to encourage others to become unbelievers. In fact, once you get to know the atheists and you begin to tangle with them, I've done a whole bunch of debates with a lot of these leading atheists. I've gotten to know most of them personally. You begin to realize that some of them, it's true, have this kind of disbelief or aggressive unbelief, but a lot of the rest, and I would say the majority, aren't really unbelievers at all. I would actually call them wounded theists. And what I mean by that is that it's not that they don't believe in God, they hate God. They actually have a beef with God. And their atheism, if you will, is a form of intellectual and spiritual revenge.